It's not a subjective thing. Okay. Dr. Baker, you have
Yeah, quick question, just going back to the wastewater. So, you say we have 1.2 million was supposed to be, it's a grant for the revenue?
It's the total of grants we're anticipating currently.
So if you pull that grant out, we're actually more like 60% or 63%.
Yeah, but, you know, it's budgeted in anticipation.
Yeah, so I'm just curious why we would have a grant included kind of like in our operating.
So the grant that she's referring to is related to wastewater treatment plant. It's a grant that we have, but we haven't been reimbursed yet, and we haven't spent all the money yet. It's on a reimbursement basis. So as we're spending money, we're billing the state and getting money back.
Oh, okay.
Part of that grant is pending, but so if we get declined for some reason, then we would have to adjust our budget to remove that from our revenue. But right now, the revenue that's part of that grant is essentially offsetting the costs from moving forward with the design for the treatment plant.
Okay, then we have that grant. I mean, we haven't, the grant's been approved and we're getting money as we submit the bills.
Right.
What we're spending, okay.
But it is the same.
So it's not a, next day, get a check. It's
Right. But it's
several months to get a check.
Right, okay, it's like an accounts receivable type.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Yeah, I have a question on the IT support. It's kind of a lot.
Yeah, that's our.
Is it annual? Is that an annual amount or?
No, it's monthly. We pay a monthly bill for our support. I'd like to include that they keep us to the cybersecurity standards our cybersecurity insurance requires, and considering how much customer information we have.
Yeah, no, I understand that, and we talked about that, and we did, but I just did not realize for some reason it missed previous.
So our IT company is doing, they're doing a lot more than our previous company.
Yes.
But part of the monthly cost is also for us to have all of our data on the cloud, so we're not paying for servers, we're not paying for maintaining servers. Our IT company maintains virtual servers for us. They are required to maintain the redundancy. They're required to make sure everything's working. They also are providing, like Michelle said, additional cybersecurity for us so that we meet all the standards that we're supposed to meet as a public agency, as well as what our insurance company requires. So, basically they're taking care of everything from start to finish. If we have any problems, they're there 24/7. So it is a high cost, but we're getting, in my opinion, we're getting the value for that cost.
Are they also overseeing our emails?
So they manage all of our email. So they manage everything IT related, basically.
So was that email that was sent out deliberately from them?
That was not sent from them.
It wasn't, okay.
So
Because I received that too.
Pardon me?
I received it too.
So because all of your emails are on the website and publicly available, anybody could go and get them. So as staff, we've all gotten various emails phishing emails trying to do anything.
Right.
The only thing I can say on that aspect is that we're all subject to getting those types of emails, both here and in your, if your email is out anywhere personally, then that's the same kind of thing. But our IT company can block those domains and those email addresses. So if you ever get a fraudulent email, the best thing to do is to call CIO directly and say, look, I got this email to my email, and they'll block it, and they'll, if it's something that they've seen before, then they can take it and follow it back and hopefully do something about it. But on the short end, they can block it so that people can't keep sending emails from that email. If you don't want to call our IT, then either call myself or Tamara, and we'll take care of it for you.
Okay.
Just don't forward them.
Oh, yeah, no.
Definitely, if you don't feel right about any email, it's better to ask.
Right, yeah.
Because they get very cut.
We've taken some classes on it, the CIO has had us take. Just read that email address really carefully because they get really close.
Yeah, they get super close, yeah, I just delete it. I don't get that many that it's, but yeah, I was just wondering, okay, thank you.
Dr. Collins?
The only thing, and it's under the title if she wants to talk about it, we could talk about it in the general manager's report, but how much money are we going to save again because Director Baker went to the CSDA conference? You know, I'm always excited about
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm not the great Kreskin, but I know the savings we had with you going was about 3,000, so I would hope it's in that same ballpark.
Sounds about
So
right.
3,000 off the district's insurance. And it's significant.
Anything else?
That was all I had.
Director Davis?
No. I got one note pertaining to the treatment plant. Kelly, I don't want you to get in the same, like on the office building that you're putting up down there, I just cannot believe that the county is gonna let you put a public building in the middle of a treatment plant.
Why wouldn't they?
It's in the middle of a treatment plant.
Yeah. It's not
Right.
gonna be in the pond.
Well, I know, it's gonna be right there.
It's gonna be in a isolated area with, control over where people can go. It's not gonna be, it's gonna be more secure than what we have right now. We've already discussed it with the county is fine with it.
Yeah.
We're not the only agency that have offices located at a controlled facility. It's really, when you look at it in the big picture, it's no different than having a office at a fire station where the front office is open, but everything else is protected. So,
Yeah, I see that, but I've seen a lot of treatment plants, and I've never seen a public building there. I mean, there's offices for the,
you can go down to the Paso treatment plant.
huh?
If you want to go down to the Paso treatment plant, you can go down there and you can go to their office, but you can't go swimming in the pond.
That, yeah, but you don't go to the treatment plant in that office and pay your bill.
You do it there, but it's not,
Well, that's what I'm telling you. I mean, it should be open to the public.
and the office will be open to the public.
Yeah. So, but like I said, I mean, unfortunately, you've seen what happened with Scott's down there, you know. Well, the
It's a different
permit,
situation.
I don't know, it'd be a different.
Well, we're getting off topic. We're actually on
Yeah, okay.
financials.
All right, well, anyway,
I'd be more than happy to talk to you about it anytime if you want to call me or come down.
Well, like I said, it's on the agenda about the treatment plant, and I just had a question.
Okay. Is there any other questions about the financials from the board?
I have none.
Okay, then, if I can request a motion to.
We need to have a public comment.
Oh, right.
Public comment. Anybody have public comment on that? Please approach the lectern, sign in.
So we gotta break the arms later.
Directors, my name is Dan Heido. Just wanted to provide some comments and context for, you had a question about the IT expenses, and I looked at it as a line item, and I'd just like to say, you know, I've been in the IT industry for 25 years. I've been on both sides of the person providing the support and the person paying for the support. And I would just say that from a liability perspective, Mr. Dodds made some very good points on the amount of personal information the district has, which is a huge liability if that information were ever to be breached or released to the public. So, and I try not to make this come off as a sales pitch because it's not what I'm intending. But at the end of the day, as technology grows and as the threats out there keep on going higher and higher, unfortunately the budget for IT is going to keep going up because every single thing out there you're addressing with a different security tool. Much like the user awareness training, I would highly encourage all of you directors to see if CIO can provide you with that training and give you the ability to take it. It's 20 to 30 minutes, but it will give you a lot of valuable information on how to spot these phishing emails, on how to stay safe, and considering the fact that all of your district emails can receive confidential information, I highly recommend that everybody take the time out of your day. And I know it's not the most entertaining thing in the world, but just to keep yourself up to speed on what's out there and how to protect yourselves. That's really all I have to say. I just wanted to thank you for all the work you do, and
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else have a comment, public? Okay, so
let's be through.
we need a motion.
Before the board consensus, so receive and file.
Yeah, to receive and file the financials. You want to have a consensus?
Yes.
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 Saying all? Consensus.
Okay. Item 2, establish the dates for application and sales of safe and sane fireworks for the 2024 calendar year by a resolution 2024-07, reviewed and approved by 3/5 vote.
So the suggested actions, staff recommends the board of supervisors or the board of directors adopt resolution 2024-07, establishing the dates for application and sales duration of safe and sane fireworks. Can't be sold during the 2024 calendar year. My brain's not functioning, I apologize. And I could go on with the discussion. The district's adopted fire code allows for the sale of safe and sane fireworks from 12 p.m. July 1st to July 4th, 11:59 p.m. as defined in ordinance 01/2023. The filing period for acceptance of permits for fireworks sales applications for safe and sane fireworks shall be Wednesday, May 1st, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. through Friday, May 31st, 2024 at 4:30 p.m. as the filing period for fireworks applications. Only complete applications will be accepted by the board clerk at 1765 Bonita Place, San Miguel, California, 93451 during regular business hours. 8 a.m. through 8:30 a.m. through 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. No incomplete applications will be accepted. All fireworks applications that are received after that time shall be rejected. The state fire code limits the use of safe and sane fireworks to July 4th only.
Okay. Board comment? Director Baker? Nope. Anything?
I, for one, am totally against that,
What's that?
of us selling fireworks here in this community due to what happened to them. I mean, in the past, you know, I think the safe and sane add to the illegal ones and so on. I think it's just, you know, well, they're lighting off these safe and sane ones down there, so let's put some cannons up. And it's ridiculous what goes on in this town. Around the 4th of July, any holiday, it starts a week or two ahead of time and it goes 2 weeks after, you know. And I just think I don't think we should do it. We shouldn't.
Feel free to vote against it.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's all the comment, unless you have something?
I do want to just say, and just regarding fireworks, I think the safe and sane actually helps deter the illegal fireworks. Unfortunately, the illegal fireworks do happen year-round. There was one that went off last week and shook everyone's home. That's also why during our last meeting, Mr. Young, I mentioned as you guys are looking at the future of the fire department, looking at opportunities with the sheriff's department, and obviously cracking down on legal fireworks is something that, you know, could be looked at. So there's opportunities to deal with illegal fireworks, but I don't think taking away safe and sane fireworks is, you know, is productive in that, and I support the safe and sane fireworks.
I have nothing. Any other board comment? Public comment, please approach the lectern. If there isn't any, so then I'll entertain a motion to adopt the resolution.
I'll make the motion to approve the resolution.
I'll second.
I have a motion on the floor to approve Resolution 2024-07 by Director Calvin, second by Director Gregory. We'll have a vote. Director Calvin?
Yes.
Director Baker?
Yes.
Director Davis?
No.
Director Gregory?
Yes.
President Smiley?
Yes.
Passes 4-1-0 absent.
Moving on to item 4, Mission Street Landscape Irrigation Replacement Budget.
You're item number 3.
I'm on number 3? Oh, firework permit fees. Okay. Review and approve firework permit fees for 2024 calendar year by resolution 2024-08. Review and approve by 3/5 vote.
My computer's catching up, so I apologize for the lag. I don't know why I can't overcome this when I'm in the room. But suggested action is to review and approve Resolution 2024-08, establishing safe and sane fireworks permit fees. The district receives applications for the sale of safe and sane fireworks from nonprofit groups located within San Miguel as fundraising events for a variety, for various community-sponsored programs. Permit fees collected assure adequate emergency response personnel are available through the sales duration. Fees collected offset the district cost of fire department personnel. Fees are based on current firefighter standby rate. The required fee shall be set at $2,125 per booth in order to recover the direct cost for staffing the fire department for the 4-day sales duration. This year, staff recommends the board set the permit fees as follows: a $2,125 non-refundable permit fee shall be required to cover the department's staffing costs for administrative provisions of District Ordinance 01-2023, a $500 cleanup fee per permit, which may be refunded in whole or in part if the sales location of the public areas where fireworks are used are free of used and spent fireworks and related materials as of July 5th and determined by the fire chief. And my computer's lagging. The permittee shall also furnish the fire chief a copy of the general liability and property damage insurance with no deductible limits of $1 million of bodily injury for one person or $3 million for each occurrence with property damage liability no less than $1 million for each occurrence. The district shall be named, my computer's jumping, as additionally insured under each liability policy. And the fiscal impact is $2,125 per permit fee per booth will cover administrative cost and staffing costs associated with standby coverage for all fireworks sales. There will be no additional cost to the district for coverage.
Thank you.
Serve direct reimbursement.
Thank you. Board comment for Dr. Baker?
So what was the fee last year, just out of curiosity?
I believe it was about $75 less last year. So we had an increase in minimum wage that drives the standby coverage rate.
Okay.
And it's a per booth fee.
And you mentioned that it's nonprofit organizations that generally sell the fireworks?
Yes, typically it's the San Miguel Firefighters Association, the San Miguel Lions Club has sold fireworks in the past.
Okay. So it's just usually the two organizations?
It is the two. We offer 3 permit fees or permit applications, but typically only 2 are applied for. In the recent past years, only 1 application was submitted. So that applicant actually paid both of the permit fees to cover the entire cost to the district. So there was no lapse or no shortage in compensation for staffing.
Okay, so if you have 1 booth or 2 booths or 3 booths or 4 booths?
It's limited. It's a 3 booth max, and we target 2 booths because that's all we typically have.
All right, okay.
And if there is one, just to caveat to that, if there's only 1 application, which the San Miguel Firefighters Association anticipates selling fireworks, and there's only 1 application submitted, they would pay $4,250 in booth fees to compensate the district for staffing. Because this is split into 2. So if there isn't a second applicant, then the single applicant will pay the entire balance.
Okay, so the Firefighters Association would pick up the whole $4,000?
That's what we did last year.
Okay.
Anything else?
That's it.
Just one question was, is this in comparable cost to what other cities or areas do?
Honestly, I don't know what the other jurisdictions do. There are neighboring jurisdiction that allows for safe and sane fireworks sales at Templeton, and I don't really know how they manage their program. They have a different staffing model for their fire department. Our fire department is basically a paid-call fire department. We have to bring people in and pay for their services, but they have in-house or on-duty staff, so their fees are different. They also have 7 to 8 fireworks booths within Templeton, where we would have 2 max. And then beyond that, I think you have to go down to Santa Maria or someplace in that area. I don't really know where the next location is for safe and sane sales. 5 cities? There you go.
Oh,
And I haven't asked the chiefs what they do there.
okay, that's all.
Calvin?
No, we don't have anything.
Dr. Davis? One thing I have to say about this whole thing is that if we've got laws in the books that you can't use those illegal fireworks and we're not trying to enforce the law, then what good is the laws on the books? We got illegal fireworks going off right and left here, and all I hear is nobody can do anything about it. And I'm not saying anything about the fire department, I'm talking about the sheriff, because I've called him. That's all I had to say.
We do work hard to try to prohibit the use or prevent the use of illegal fireworks. The problem is, as Sheriff or Commander Manuel pointed out, you have to see the act. And I have witnessed the act, and I had it on video, and it went to the DA, and I don't know if it went anywhere at that point. It's really, really difficult, and the fine should be levied, and the commander noted that if we could get it from a penal code violation to like a civil code violation, we would have more chance of success for that.
All right, public comment? Please approach the lectern.
Yeah, thank you. Greg Grewal. 30-year veteran of the Los Angeles City Fire Department. Allowing fireworks is just a cover for illegal fireworks. So the amount of fireworks that you allow that are safe and sane are only being sold to cover the ones that aren't safe and sane. I love fireworks. I got nothing against fireworks, except since all the insurance companies have fled California and we have uninsured people in housing all over this place for fire insurance, I don't believe this is a good thing. I'm really glad that people want to make money off of selling fireworks. But if you have to get CAL FIRE or Fair Plan and you want to pay $1,000 a month to protect your house from somebody shooting safe and sane or insane, then what's the liability on the outfit that's letting this happen when somebody else's place burns down? I think it's irresponsible. There's no common sense in this. You don't need your firemen going to special fires during the 4th of July because you allowed fireworks and other people shot off illegal fireworks mixed in with the legal fireworks and burned somebody's house down. And then who's responsible for that because they couldn't afford the Fair Plan after California chased out everybody else from not doing the proper management on the wildlands around here, whether it's with grazing, mowing, whatever the situation is. There's no excuse for that. That's like, hey, you don't have to wear your seatbelt during these 3 days. So if you get in a car wreck, it's okay because it's safe and driving. We all grew up at different periods of time. We could use sparklers, we could do different things, and everything changed as kids got burnt and other stuff happened. And I'd say the biggest thing in our community right now and all through the state of California is the fact that our insurance companies fled here. And there's all kinds of people that don't have fire insurance. And so to allow anything that contributes to fire is unreasonable. That being said, I love fireworks and I like shooting off stuff, but I would not shoot that stuff off around my house or on my property or on my ranch or anywhere else that would contribute to me burning up my stuff or my neighbor's stuff or anybody else around. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
I'd like to make a comment on
sure,
that.
go ahead.
So I get the point about that. The Safe and Sane fireworks are meant, I mean, they go an average of 8 feet in the air. If we as a people can't have the intelligence and the responsibility to use our Safe and Sane in a responsible manner, then there we go, more freedom's taken away from us. People need to be responsible. That's how it is in this. That's the problem with our culture, with our environment, with our society. Nobody is, we need to be so regulated to the point we're living in little bubbles, rolling around on Earth. It's just, let them have the option to buy the fireworks. These are not the ones that go shoot up in the air, they're not the ones that go boom. That's not what we're talking about here. Let the kids have a sparkler.
Just to tail off of that, we haven't had a single incident that involved Safe and Sane fireworks in the past, as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
It's the illegal fireworks, people misusing, you know, things as simple as bottle rockets, but illegal fireworks are the items that we've had incident with, and the incident level has been super low. We had one fire 2 years ago, and other than that, it's a policing effort trying to, you know, confiscate and curb the people that are doing the wrongdoers.
In my experience as well, you know, when the kids reach a certain age and it's around 13 years old, they're kind of too big for fireworks anyway. So we're talking about parents with their little children that want to have a little fireworks. So.
Well, fortunately, you passed the resolution to allow the fireworks. We're just trying to get the compensation
Exactly.
to staff the department.
Exactly.
Okay, any other comment?
There we got it going.
Talking about the parents, not the children.
Okay, at this time, I'll entertain a motion.
Change your mind.
Have a motion for the resolution 2024-08.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Have a motion on the floor to approve resolution 2024-08 by Director Calvin, second by Director Gregory. On the vote. Director Gregory.
Yes.
Director Baker.
Yes.
Director Davis.
No.
Director Calvin.
Yes.
President Smiley.
Yes.
Passes 4-1, 0 absent.
Okay, on to item 4, Mission Street Landscape Irrigation Replacement Budget Adjustment by Resolution 2024-06. Review and approved by 3/5 vote.
So this item is before you tonight so that we can request a budget adjustment, the amount up to $30,000 to replace the irrigation in all 3 sections of Mission Street from 11th Street to 14th Street in order to replace the substandard piping that was put in initially and to repipe it to be more efficient. Originally, it was put in by the county under a grant as, you know, low budget. They used Schedule 120 and 99% of it, which if you're familiar with Schedule 120, it is basically paper thin. In the 2 blocks from 12th Street to 14th Street, they also didn't put in tree collars, so the roots grew out horizontally instead of down, which contributed to the breakage. But essentially what's happening right now is in the 2 blocks between 12th and 14th Street, we're spending between $400 and $600 a month in water loss because of broken lines that we haven't seen yet. But having the system on at all, even without irrigating, we're losing between $400 and $600 a month, depending on the time of year. So what we're asking for is funding to replace the system entirely, and with adequate piping, replace the service or the supply side and the service side. Many years ago, the system was converted from spray sprinklers to drip irrigation, which reduced the usage considerably. However, that was sort of a Band-Aid. This replacement would replace everything, including all the emitters, so that it's not a conversion, it would be an original system. The amount of time that we spend, aside from the cost of the water, the amount of time that we spend fixing leaks is growing each month. I think last month we fixed 3 different leaks in areas that were close to where we had already fixed leaks. So in some areas, instead of being a straight line, our pipe is starting to go like this, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, getting around trees and roots and everything else. So again, this is to request a budget adjustment. The majority of the work would be done by district staff. And the concrete work to replace the concrete that would have to be removed would be done by a contractor.
Done by who?
A contractor.
Why is that?
Well, because we're not very good. We'll take it out, but we're not going to put it back.
You have something to say about that?
Yeah, I was just, where's the concrete going?
So, if you're familiar with Mission Street, there's an outer sidewalk and an inner sidewalk between 12th and 14th Street. So the majority of it can be done without removing sidewalk panels, but between those two sidewalks, there's crossover pieces. Those are the pieces that we would have to take out. We wouldn't have to take them all out, and what this request is for the high end. If we had to take more out, we would obviously try not to take that many out. But there's a lot of sections that are between 10 foot and 20 feet that would have to be removed. So we would remove them, but we would have a contractor come back and professionally reinstall them so that it was a professional installation. So we would do all the piping and all the digging and all that work.
Okay. I guess I still don't quite understand why is it that you're removing concrete?
So if you're looking at the plan where you have the outside sidewalk and then you have inside sidewalk that's against the buildings, the piping runs through the planters and there's concrete sections between the planters. So those are the pieces that are coming out, not the sidewalk panels, but the crossover pieces that go from one sidewalk to the other.
So, and it's not under the sidewalk, it's embedded into the concrete?
No, it's under the concrete, but because the sections are so long, we're gonna have to remove some of the concrete to get new pipes through. So it's not like it runs under the sidewalk the whole way. It runs through the planter the whole way. But some of the concrete has to come out to facilitate it.
Okay.
Like in front of Pablo or San Miguel Market, Pablo's Market. From the end of the planter to the street is about 40 feet. So we would have to take some of those panels out in order to get to the street and go into the street.
Okay.